Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a great day. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Market's going to be offering a lot of opportunities. Don't want to rush. Take our time. Find something attractive. Yesterday, I don't know. Kind of just a sell-off from this insane rip. And now we're consolidating here in this middle. And so we either go up or we go to these lows. This bottom, this is London low. I feel like this could be taken out. Yeah, we're gonna be patient. Let's see if I change these a little bit clearer. I hate that though. It's like awful. Should like that way better. Should like that way better. All right. We're selling down now. London lows here. Below that, could be targeting this. I think this could break as well. So taking our time here, looking for a spot that makes sense. Market opens in 2 minutes. We had PPI today. CPI was good. Yesterday, consumer price index, and then we had PPI, producer price index, also had a good PPI today, so just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind. We had good PPI numbers, even though the market's still consolidating from that sell-off yesterday. One day from a payout, so obviously looking for the 200. Gonna see if we can get a little bit more, but yeah. Market opens here in 30 seconds. 30 seconds now, NASDAQ. Market opens. Trying the VWAP again. See how they reclaim that. Here at the 450s. Obvious target could be the London lows here. That I think we're going to have to sweep before we go truly higher anyways, but maybe not. Trying the 500s now for NASDAQ. Above the VWAP would be pretty bullish for the hourly candle. New York opening print about these four. What is it exactly? About 412. New York opening print. Testing it again here. Trying below it now. Giving it up a little bit now. London lows at the 320s. So definitely going to be interesting there. London lows down at the 320s. Want to see NASDAQ test that. Below that could be yesterday's bounce price and overnight low, 1880s. Below that would obviously be the 18,000s. So gonna let things shake out a little. Zero need to jump into anything quick. Trying back to opening price now. Want to see what market does. No rush. Want to just be on the right side of it when it decides. Again, we had good PPI numbers today, so just take that into account for whateverness that offers you. For me, it really decides on this hourly candle. If we can reclaim VWAP and wick this, it'll be bullish. Get back above where we couldn't yesterday. You know, get back above this price where we actually already sold off to. Otherwise, it feels like we're going to be going down here. Like if we test VWAP now and fail VWAP, it'd be interesting. It'd be very interesting. Very interesting if we reclaim VWAP here and fail it at the 500s. Again, yesterday had a lot of resistance here at this obvious pullback area. And then today we've already had a struggle above it around this price. So these 660s, above that will be pretty bullish. Above that will be pretty bullish if we can really get there and quickly. NASDAQ's trying now. 450s, 60s. See how it reacts at the 500s here at the VWAP. A little bit of struggling there. Back to the 20s now for the NASDAQ. Bears and Bulls battling here at what appears at the SMA. EMA is curling a little here to test either the VWAP, maybe a little above it. Back below opening print and bought right back up. First 8 minutes there. NASDAQ still hanging out right around where we open at the 410s, 400 area. Pretty tight little range so far. Right in the middle. So our job is to let these people battle it out, decipher where we're really going to be heading, and then just, participate. Buyers reclaiming above that price now into the 450s. 50 points from the VWAP now. And there's VWAP. So now it's going to be interesting for me with this hourly candle. If you can see over here, we're starting to wick. So if we end up holding and claiming a little bit, again, above this 60s area, the 670s, extremely bullish. If failure to break above there, bears I think are going to continue this down. So we don't need to rush. Let this hourly candle play out. Let the bulls or the bears decide what they want. Pushing past the VWAP now. If that hourly candle can wick the way that it is and we continue a little higher, it'll be interesting. These 670s are going to be a pretty big area. We were held down here all day yesterday on both the pullbacks. It's a big spot. So above that would be pretty bullish, and we're just going to be patient. NASDAQ has pressed higher than the opening print now, so essentially the safest plays would be long. We want to see this continuation though, and we don't really want to see this hourly flip. How we're dojing and holding, and we already had a wick and a wick test. London low is down here also at these 320s, so lots of options at the moment. Lots of chances to make some money. Just gonna wait for the market to tell us what it wants to do. Looks like we're finding a little bit of struggle with the VWAP, which is normal. And sellers did look like they took it back below at the moment. Back to the EMA now. Rejection off the VWAP is interesting. Still about 20 points from opening print now. 4 minutes left to the first 15-minute range. Back to the opening print there. Into the EMA. See if buyers are going to support it again. It looks like they're trying. 470s now. Trying the VWAP once more. 470s, there has been resistance. There the 80s, 90s. Back to the VWAP now. The bulls are really trying to press this up now. Above VWAP. Can they get some continuation? VWAP is the battlegrounds. Sellers are attempting to defend it. Bulls are trying to break through. There's a pop now. 520s. There's the 40s. See if the 600s can trade. See if the 600s can trade. Pretty interesting opening range here so far. There's the 560s now. 20 seconds left on the 15-minute range. EMA's curling. Be the bottom of the VWAP. Could provide us with an opportunity. Double wicks. Bulls and Bears deciding what they want. Trying now for the 600s. There it is. Nasdaq is seeming to find some support at the moment. Here's the 620s. If this pulls back to the VWAP, I'll take a stab at it. 600 is trading. The 610s now. Pull back into the VWAP. I'll be interested in trying it. Obviously, we're going to have a pretty big stop. Ideally, we get an entry around these 478s. That'd be ideal, I think, at the moment. It's obviously a pretty big range in a pullback, but well, that's what we're hoping for at the moment. I feel like it'd be a decent spot to get in with them. It's been supported enough times. I want to see price try it. There's the 620s. Still trying higher now. Building out some structure that feels like a bull flag. A little pullback into these 480s would be brilliant. That would be ideal, you know, that's what I would love to see, but and if we do get this, which I'm just going to put it on at the moment, our stop will be 417, so a little scary. Getting the pullback now. Hopefully we can get our entry. Obviously, we're going to have a couple spots here where price might decide, but I see us getting a little bit, just a little touchy touch below VWAP. Nothing crazy, you know, nothing wild, but a little touchy touch. Just a little touchy touch there below VWAP. Trying the 620s again, NASDAQ. Ideally, we get this to pull back into our price here. And quicker than long. The longer this hangs out, the harder it seems like we might get a fill. We're going to be patient here. Hoping to just see a little retracement. Into the 480s would be brilliant. Test the VWAP now. Testing the VWAP, and the VWAP could be where it decides, but we're going to take a little below. Try to get a good entry. We might be in there. Assuming we get a little bit more of a dippy dip here. Stop is going to be below this candle. So risking like 60, 70 points here. It's quite a bit, but see what we can get. Think we could get a fill here. Want to see this pull down now. Just give us an option. Give us an entry. NASDAQ, don't go now without me, please. More structure. More structure. Not even pulling back into the VWAP there. It's pretty interesting. Thought we were gonna get a pullback there. A little preemptive, it looks like. We're still trying to play the 482s. We're still trying to play the 82s now. NASDAQ trying the 600s once again. And she's trying it again. Ideally, creates a lower high from that other peak. Ideally, we don't take it out. Sellers pushing it. I mean, buyers. And there's a new high, so just keep that in mind. Kind of changes this play a little bit. All right. She's showing us she wants to continue. A little range here that we're trying. A little range here that we're trying. I think VWAP could offer us a lot long. I still wanted a little below VWAP, like realistically these 480s, but seems a little eager, a little ambitious. Price has been defended here a lot lately. So keep that in mind. Kind of want to see this trend line. See what happens here. Pull back into the VWAP would be interesting. Higher lows. Nasdaq is setting higher lows. Trying that trend line again. I still think we'd be waiting for an entry back at VWAP at this point. EMA, I don't really want to take a trade on. Be more looking for, ideally, these 480s to get a nice little pullback, but let's see what the EMA does. VWAP's down at the 500 still. That line in the sand where that trend line is drawn, we have failed to break above it. So if you notice, the hourly over here, yesterday, this 660s area is huge resistance. Been defended many times. Getting a pullback now. I want to take an entry at VWAP possibly, but it's just tough. It's just tough. Don't love that that trend line is being defended again. I would have wanted to see that, like, you know, I really wanted this pullback to come get us before that move, but not what we got, is it? So see how price reacts here off the EMA. If we do start breaking these, then we'll have our obvious targets. So lots of places to get along, participating. Just don't want to rush into anything. Yeah, VWAP might be a pretty decent entry at this point. It's a little higher than I'd like. Like, again, I think ideally, ooh, like that. Interesting. That was 10 o'clock news. 10 o'clock numbers there. 10 o'clock numbers there. We really wanted to get in at 480s. I'm going to be patient now that we've rejected that, had some reaction. I want to see this turn a little bit here. See how this candle closes. 10 seconds. 10 o'clock news. There's the VWAP touch. Could have been attractive. I'm going to try one. I don't know if we're going to get it now, but yeah, the VWAP was our entry. It's tough, but I still am looking for these 480s. These 480s I think will be a fantastic spot to get in. That wick there is a little interesting. We're going to get a test down here now. Feels horrible. Feels horrible that we defended that trend line again the way that we did. I'm going to take one here, I think. Michigan sentiment was not good, Tim said. So stinks that we had decent PPI numbers, which doesn't really make a lot of sense. I do like this price though. So I don't hesitate on your entries. It's just tough. The retouch of this trend line here, and then the rejection is, it's not super good. My stop loss is the 14s, so on this trade. We have London low down here, and then obviously more lows. $480s is the line in the sand for me. If bulls reclaim this price and get above VWAP, that'll change the way I'm feeling about this. Otherwise, we could be looking to continue back down towards London lows there. Appreciate Thomas for letting me know that. Here's reclaiming VWAP now. Trying it again at least. The hourly candle, the hourly chart, it's interesting. This is feeling like a bit of a bear flag now. Feeling like a bit of a bear flag at the moment. What I really would have loved to see was a reclaim the VWAP with some confidence there, and then base back down to maybe take out this trend line. As you can see, the hourly is really descending, but I don't know. We have obvious London lows down at the 320s. Clear low here at our opening. These 18,000s is some pretty draw liquidity, so, you know, let the market really decide where it wants to go. If we break below this little flag we're creating here, very bullet bearish. Nasdaq's trying to VWAP again though. So I could have She's trying. Oh. Trying this touch now again. See how he reacts off this break. Through there will be pretty bullish into these higher prices. This has been held down a lot since yesterday. This for the 660s area. Market's trying the 620s again, where we were earlier. Stuff. Don't really want to see it fail the EMA now. I want to see price curl. A little unfortunate there with the 70s. Nasdaq's trying the 600s again. Looks like it's holding the EMA. Trying these 600s once again. Just to me, feel like price just wants higher. Like price just wants to try higher here. So now it'll be nearly the 5th test of this trend line. Sellers are defending it, clearly. Back to the VWAP now. This looks like a possible head and shoulders. If we fail VWAP, we're going to London low. If we fail VWAP here, this is going to be, I think, a pretty decent indicator that we're going lower. Absolutely. Absolutely. No way she's just pulling back again for another long attempt. I think the bears showed that they're going to defend this price again, and that this bull flag may be playing out. It's bear flag. The thing is, though, these hourly is just really interesting. It really is. Wherever this hourly closes is going to be, I mean, indicative. I mean, I'm sure lower London lows down here look pretty attractive. Could hold for lower than that. Like, we had a decent PPI numbers today, producer price index, but not very good Michigan numbers. So do with it as you will, I suppose. If we defend this price again, this is the 15-minute range median. Interesting to see it keep defending. Failure to defend this would be bearish. Into London lows is going to be our target. I think I'm going to try to sell one here at these 538s if it gets back there. Still doesn't feel like the best spot to try to get in, but did we just get ticked?
Order filled.
Let's see here what NASDAQ wants. We're now officially, I want to see this break back down so I can put my my 200 on there. $15, we're really going to be looking for lower, around London low area. Officially going to put our 200 on, so we're now officially passing this day. And now we're just going to look for some lower prices. London low would be very attractive. I want to see this break, though, not retest our price. This candle here is going to be big. Feels like I put a really early break even on, honestly. Come on, NASDAQ, die for me. Just go away. Just go away. You don't need to retest that price. She's got it, though. Well, I liked it for some continuation down. I think everybody got it, though. Alright, well, we could get a payout now. I don't know if I'm going to stop trading, but still want to see this fail here, honestly. I don't like that we were defending the middle of that, which is why I put that on so quickly, but I do feel like this is going to continue lower on me. This really would have been invalidated up at the 85s. I just couldn't hodl through that. Being above VWAP is a hard hold, and we are defending this median again, this 480s area where I was liking. So, and that right there is why it was hard to be one-sided there. I think if this finally breaks, we're gonna expect some continuation. If finally, you know. She is building out a lot of structure. A lot of structure. Little wedge now. Definitely don't want to be on the wrong side of it. And now pull back into the VWAP again. Very whiplash. Very back and forth right now. Could take a payout if we don't take another trade, but I don't think that's what we're going to be settling for here. Does this finally give up these 480s? Below these 480s, I'm going to be bearish. Above the 80s is bullish, unfortunately. We're wedging pretty hard. EMA is testing back to the VWAP. Back to the 480s where buyers have been defending. Will they defend again? Is this finally going to be the break? Buyers love this price. Buyers are loving this price. That has been clear. I think officially below the 415s, we're going to be finding a short targeting the 320s. If that's what shapes up. Into the 450s now. Found buying support here twice. We have found buyer support here twice. We've officially broken to the bottom side of this wedge now. I want to see this continue a little bit. $320s here. Is London low? Opening range low. At the 350s. Retest to this wick at the 460s. I'd be interested to take one. $350s possibly being traded. The 490s. The market's telling us where it wants to go. Now we just got to get it involved with it. Try to find a short. There's low break of the day. 320s. Along at 340s. Huh. Like right now then, buddy. You're filled. I don't mind that for an opportunity. Here's the 340s trying to trick her here. Getting a strong pull off it, Ads. Where are you targeting? Now you have a safe bottom here at 434. So safe long. If you want to take a long, you have an obvious stop. See how price defends on these 40s again. It's hard for me to want a long now, though. I want to wait till a pull back into like ideally, son, you get a pull into the 460s for another short. 320s being traded. 330s, not 320s. Into the 20s now. Is that London low? Yeah, we just traded the London low now. So now things change a little bit. That was our obvious draw. At 320 was the obvious draw. If that slips, then good Lord Larry, it feels like we could continue lower here. 320 slips by about 30 points at this point. I think we're going to look for this thing to wick, turn around, and find a spot to get in with it. Into the 290s. Here's the wick now off the 270s, back to the 40s. I think the obvious spot is going to be, I mean, there's no obvious spot, let's just be clear, but this hourly's got another 30 minutes on it. I don't really see this wicking. Possibly a pullback into these 40 area, I could be interested. The one that's right below is this one, so 6975. Getting a decent move off of it now. If this wicks, I guess. What were you seeing, G-Nads? I'm going to try another short stab here, I think. Just going to be around, I mean, ideally we get it around these 450s. Ideally we actually get a little higher, but she's already turned her back down now, so not exactly what we want to see. I want to see this kind of rip up there pretty quickly into like the 450s area. Look to take a short. Yeah, I would love this to build out some structure now. Build out some structure, make the bears, the bulls kind of get excited, hop on in, and then continue lower. I obviously have enough for the payout at the moment, but it's really Not exactly what we're looking for. They did retest London low again, so that definitely changes my trade idea a little bit. I was hoping that this continuation would just, create one move and provide a pullback. Us consolidating down here is a little different. We're still building out structure. We're building out structures, so ideally EMA continues down. Maybe we get a touch around this 450s area, 430s, depending on when it decides to turn. So I think our next opportunity is going to be a short, just trying to decide when and how. We had to get. I would have got. Where'd I get in? I got in like 30s, I think. Trades, entry price 538. $538 is where we got in. And all I had to do is take. Yeah. Whatever. Should have held that short. Ended up taking a little bit of drawdown on it, but would have been the bee's knees. Right to London low like we were hoping for. Now we're below London low. If we don't pop back up here, I think we're going to continue a little lower. It's hard. You can't show it in the hole like this, but reclaiming now. Back to London low at 300s. 18,300. Nasdaq's slipping it a little bit now. And she's continuing. $300 still trying now. Finding a decent move off of it into the 40s now, 350s. Another pop there into the 360s. It's not exactly the structure I would want for a continuation down, so kind of just let this kind of, bounce around a little bit before making a real decision. Bummer on this trade here, where I should have held for 84 and I got in at 38, so I went to take my $1,000 stop and I could have made the big move, but don't really want to risk nothing crazy on this day. It just classic Nasdaq this morning. Shorting into ZMA feels illegal, but it's also what I was hoping for. A little lower than I expected. I think we'll still could test these 450s, 430s, but as of right now, we're finding support, and I don't really see a reason to short this. The obvious pop off the EMA. Closure above that will be pretty bearish. I mean, below it will be bearish. Yeah, that's a good rejection. It's a pretty decent rejection, honestly. Buyers, though, finding some support. Back to the 430s. Definitely interesting. Might try a VWAP short again at this point. 430s, where I was really hoping to get it the first time with the EMA lining up. Though I don't like the way EMA's already curled, and we're wicking on the hourly pretty strong, so don't want to rush into anything, but a short back around these 80s is enticing. Might as well just try to get a VWAP touch. I guess even safer would probably be these 530s. It just doesn't feel as likely. Pretty strong candle there. Pretty strong reaction from the buyers. A little bit of resistance at the 430s there. We've created the structure we need to go higher, so it's a possibility. And what I mean by that is London low has been swept. We rebased above it after sweeping that other stop out, and now we're finding some support. I think VWAP and then even claiming VWAP could be very bullish. 25 minutes till Europe closes now. See where they want it. There's the 430s. Once again, seeing how buyers are here. And there's a push. Excuse me. Into the 440s. Creating a little bit of structure now. Still some rejection at the 30s there. Jeez Louise. Nasdaq finding some support now through the 30s and 40s into the 60s. Back to the VWAP now. It really feels like a decent spot to try to join them. But again, enough structure's been built for longs that it's tough. On the hourly chart, Yeah, 23 minutes left on this hourly candle. Man, sorry I'm yawning so much. Shoot. Dipping in though. These 430s. A rejection here would be pretty bearish. A rejection here will be pretty bearish. Back to the 30s and 40s. I want to see an EMA or VWAP attempt here, possibly a rejection for this lower high, and what could be some protractive shorts. That's what I'm looking for. I want to see that break here. Having a VWAP attempt, a rejection. Here we go. 480s now, or 70s. A little bit of a rejection. Back above the VWAP here is bullish. I'm just gonna state that. Back above VWAP, we have some obvious draws. Below VWAP would be interesting. This hourly candle is wicking, so showing that buyers have defended this area a couple times now. See them continue to support it, push price above VWAP. We could look to play some longs. Trying to short the 500s, I enjoy that as well. The market can get above the VWAP, just a little VWAP tap. Continue lower would be attractive. Right now it looks like it's turning the 475s back to the 420s. $410s now. The good thing is this shouldn't just bleed all the way through. This should give us another attempt to get an entry. 420s. EMA down to 378. Quite a buyback there, the 400s, the 407 into the 460s right now. $500 short, he says. I like that, honestly. NASDAQ deciding what it wants here. Lower highs are being put in. Buyers are defending this price. I'm looking for a short here on the 500s off the off the VWAP. Just want to see how price reacts here. Hourly candle wicking is it's interesting. There's a VWAP touch to the 90s. Sellers are here as well. Pretty choppy already. Back and forth we go. Opening print was right here, so we're pretty much inside of today's range. Just up and down at the moment. Couldn't go higher, price failed, went down. Couldn't go lower, price found some support, went up. Haven't gotten that 500 tap quite yet. Into the 460s. A little bit of rejection, still hanging out the 50s. This hourly candle wicking again is interesting. Nasdaq's trying it again here at the 470s. Has a pop into the 90s. 498. See how price reacts. Don't need to catch the whole move, just want to get a good piece of it. Here's the 500s trading. Our boy's in. I want to be with him absolutely. Rejection off the VWAP here would be very attractive. Nasdaq's trying a little higher at the moment. Trying the 20s. There's the 520s trading. Trying the 30s, it looks like. Just rejection off the 27s. There's the 30s. Hourly candle is still wicking. Still into the 30s. Is this gonna be our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 test of this fucking trend line here, and we look for a short, or do the bulls finally have it in their suitcase? Very choppy market this morning. One bing, 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 back and forth. $14 minutes till Europe closes here. Back to the 500s. Below VWAP here would be attractive. Below VWAP with another test to it. Nasdaq's trying the 30s again now. 555 is it retest that trend line maybe? Market's at the 530s now. 540 it looks like. It's going to try to potentially test that top one more time. Sellers have defended it for the last, I don't even know, 7-8 hours. And this price has been defended yesterday as well. These 660s is still a massive price that was defended yesterday. So below the 60s, you have every reason to stay bearish. This hourly wick on this candle is a little interesting. Makes me feel as though we could go higher for some reason. Just for some reason, you know. We could just go higher here. $5.50 to that 5 intraday trend line, so right here. I respect that. Into the VWAP again. Into the VWAP again. Below it in the EMA, 450s. See what price wants to do here. Sellers are looking like they're defending it again. Damn. You were right, Tinaz. It was that intraday trend line there. 55's never traded, but damn was she close. Just barely. She was very close. Well, now the question is, do we stay below VWAP? Okay. Part of me has to assume that we do. Part of me has to assume that we are going to stay below the VWAP. Market opened, where was it? 30, so right here. So this is opening print. So below the 14s is absolutely bearish. I think that's probably what we'll look for, is a bear flag or something below these opening print price. Nasdaq still right here at the VWAP at the moment. 9 minutes till Europe close. Oh, tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. We got in slightly too early there. I think I'm going to try a short here at these like 520s. 500. Yeah, I'm thinking 500-ish, 520s. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking too, with that trend line touch with the 520s. Or she just goes and says, nah, I don't want to trade with you guys anymore. Or she just goes and says, I don't want to trade with you guys anymore. Anymore, sir. $440s. Looking for another test above the VWAP, or a VWAP around 500, 510, 520. Could be an attractive spot around this trend line. Feels like we might not even get that anymore. Maybe just get below VWAP, like a 490, 480 touch. Feels very unsafe with the moves we've been getting, but if we fail to continue higher here, it's gonna be interesting. Hourly candles are very whiplashy. 460s now for the NASDAQ. It's trying. It is trying. 5 minutes till Europe closes. We are exactly where we opened, essentially. We've absolutely gone nowhere. Market's down 0.06%. Here's the chance. Possibly the VWAP, possibly this trend line. Well, like right now, like right here. How tight, like the VWAP? I feel like we could go touch VWAP. In this previous candle high, or this one. A little head and shoulders action. Oh. Four minutes till Europe closes. Buyers hanging out, doing their thing. Back to this EMA, short below previous candle high. With a tight stop, my tight stop would be VWAP, which I think could fire. I'm gonna put a short entry here. Right at VWAP. Fortunately, if it goes, it could really go. Oh, well, there it goes. Didn't expect it to be so quick. Should we try this trend line? No. Damn it. See how this candle closes. See how this candle closes. We could be looking for a chance here. This candle closes below VWAP. Probably what I'd be doing right now. Eight seconds on this candle. Below VWAP is bearish. I'm gonna try one here. Trying one here at the 84s. Might not get it again. Just wanted one more try. Golly. Bummer. Hesitate on the VWAP entry there. And paid for it. Feels like we're going to continue lower now. Minutes left of the Europe close. We're below print. Fuck. Very choppy today. Very back and forth. I don't think we're going to get this 484 again. So might just cancel this order and try to join this momentum down. Europe closes now in a couple seconds. Gone absolutely nowhere. Opening print was right where we are. The 412s area. I'm going to cancel this order. There's no way we're getting back there now. Oh, yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're up close. What was that? Oh, what the fuck? Was there a tweet? Is there news? What was that? What was that? What the? You're up close, coming with some energy. No idea what the fuck that was. What was that? This candle turned all the way around now? Like what was that? Oh, what was this? Now it's retracing all of it? Did we take a stab here? What the fuck was that? News tab, brother. Where is that, Janaz? Oh, what the fuck? What just happened? Okay. Oh, okay, sure, yeah, sure, yeah. Well, that's not what I wanted. Where's the news? Oh, a news tab. Trader Hub, this? Yeah. Fed Williams says tariffs will boost inflation to between 3.5% to 4% this year. Well, that doesn't sound good. Why did the market respond so bullish to that? Wait, did I read that wrong? Tariffs will boost inflation to between 3.5% to 4%. Yeah, we're lower inflation. Why is that? Why was that? The fuck? That went parabolic. Parabolic, yo. Parabolic, yo. Well, shoot. It's got to be bearish. We've got to go. Had decent PPI. Producer price index was decent today. And then we had shitty Michigan numbers. And now this inflation speaker news. Absolutely wild. Just a sweep. That's what I'm thinking too. Which makes me want to like join these cats. That's what I'm thinking too, T-Nads. Where do we find a spot to get in with them, though? I gotta be smart here. I feel like price is kind of gonna be a little choppy. I feel like price is gonna kind of be a little bit choppy. Now that it's 11. I'm gonna look for a short back at these 62s. I don't really know if we're gonna get to the 62s, but I wouldn't mind it. Or even at these 52s. Top this wick, like you said, with a tight stop. 400's now trading for the NASDAQ. Well, she's going. That was her actually going. Looking for a spot to try to participate in the short. Looking for a spot to participate. Possibly we're going to move back to the EMA around these 40s, 50s area. These 30s were defended pretty well earlier. This is the opening range low where we're currently bouncing from. I think right now I'll be looking for these 430s again. Yeah, I don't mind it. Don't mind it. I just don't know if we're gonna get that opportunity. I'm gonna try to sell one at the 30s, 36s. If we get a little pop there. Hopefully we can get there quickly because I don't want this to set a new low here and create more structure. I want to see this pop back up to these 36s before continuing. Looks like it's probably just going to keep bleeding, though, after that news. Insane. 400 to 180 point candle there, you know. Nothing crazy, nothing too wild, but just, you know, 180 points. NASDAQ, 1 minute candle, you know. Nothing, I mean, nothing crazy. Nothing crazy or nothing. Hoping for an opportunity now. Don't love the way this is rounding. I was hoping this would be a little bit more steep. Gonna leave the order though. Don't feel too horrible about it. It's not exactly the flag I wanted to see, though. I don't know. Probably gonna throw on a quick stop loss if this, break even if this does end up firing.
Order filled.
I want to see a rejection here. I want to see this reject pretty quickly. It's probably gonna be enough for me to put my break even on. I don't need to risk nothing crazy here. We're looking for the move or we're looking for an exit. Hopefully this candle can die on us. It's a really early break even. I'm fully aware of that, but because we already have our profit for the day, we don't need to risk anything here.
Order filled.
Trying to be tight with our plays. Still feel like this is a decent price. Obviously we it's tough. It's just tough because, like, why? Very choppy today, so it's just hard to feel like anything is gonna carry until it does, obviously. But now it's gonna go for sure. For sure, for sure, for sure. I'm sure everybody got out. Trying this price one more time, NASDAQ. $430s now. Back where we got in. It's back where we got in. I'm probably gonna end up calling it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're just not making very clean price action. This is the low of this 15-minute range. We just can literally trading inside of it all day. Still decent size, 272 to 6, 400-point range. Like lots of size, lots of opportunity. It's just hard. She's gonna go now, ain't she? Possibly down to low a day. It's a possibility. We're trying to lower the 15-minute range again. Still holding at the moment. I really want to short right here. Targeting lows. Gotta wait for a better chance though. And gave my opportunity up earlier. Like a real fish too, by the way, because that took like 10 points. And that is the proof that it's probably just time. Because I'm gonna keep doing that. Here's a low, 15-minute low. Shook out of my short because I am scared. Damn, that sucks. Twice. Shook out of them twice today, people. It's tough being on day 4 of a payout where it's like, I don't want to do anything dumb, you know, like completely dumb. But you also can't be afraid to make some money. Like right here, the pretty decent entry that I got in. I think I got in like closer to the 36s, yeah. So I ended up taking 5 points of drawdown, like to hit 100 and plus points. Like you got to be willing to take those trades. That was just poor execution on my part, to be honest with you. Just poor execution on my part. A little hesitation. A little fear. This is trading. This is normal. Got to be better. Got to do better. Once I get this payout, though, I'm gonna let these counts run up. I'll be a little bit more willing. You know, I'll take 15 grand out of these, and then, yeah. I'm happy to be able to do it live on stream, though. A little 15K payout. Feels like maybe one more chance. I don't know. We're still in this range that we traded in all day long. Like, it's hard to feel anything, really. It is hard to feel anything in these conditions. Market trying to go lower again. Will it actually go? At the 350s. 290, 290, 290, 290. Yeah, I don't think there's a reason for me to risk this $15,000. Take this payout. I'll have $3,500 in these accounts, $2,700 in this account. Still pretty close to being able to rip it. Go ahead, market. Go ahead and die. Just kidding. For everybody's retirement's sake, for our parents' sake, I don't mean that. I don't mean that. It just feels like she's been teasing us all day with this. It's like, what are you going to do, girl? Are you going to just hang out? This looks very bearish. Really had no reason to get out of my short here. Like, that was the mistake of the day. We had a beautiful entry at 36, and fear shook me out. Put my break even on instantly for no reason. Should have got to move. Should have got to pull away. Because that was 100 points there that I could have just made risking 5. You know what I mean? Like, those are the trades you got to be willing to completely let flow, and just being day 4 of a payout or day 4 of a win thing, and made it difficult to trade this properly. But that's what I'm saying. After tomorrow, when I get this payout, it won't be the case. So it won't be the case, but it felt like that. Little imbalance here that price ripped out of before that we're testing now. Something little, something slight. Buyers looking like they want to try one more time with it. Definitely interested on this 400 hold price. It's 391s. Barely tested below the bottom trend line again. Short here at the 390s possibly. Feels a little bad. I know I'm gonna have to probably hold through some drawdown and potentially a risk. So I'm probably hands off here. I'm over my time. It's 11:30. Market's gonna be a little choppy, a little slower. I got my payout. Obviously this one's a little behind, but it is what it is. I'm happy to take the 15,000. Put it in the bank account. Live to trade another day, and then we'll be back with these accounts still active, still ready to go, and we'll do it again. We'll run it up again. I would probably try taking a short at this other high, like 387, 390 actually, and probably be willing to, you know, take a little drawdown on it, but that's probably what I'd be looking for. I can't do it. I can't do it now. I've already shook myself out of a 100-point trade that I should have held, so don't know that it's worth putting more risk on right now at these 390s, but this is something I'd be looking at. Boom, we'd be in right now. And that was a scary candle. Hypothetical trades here. We'd be in right now at the 390s. Probably wouldn't put my break even on there. Would not have. I would have tried not to since I did earlier. Opening range low is being defended. Yeah. All right. I got to call it here. I'm not going to take another trade. I'm not going to risk this payout. I'm just going to take it. Can't be upset about it. And I'm only upset about this move. That was $2,000 I should have absolutely held through, realistically, but it is what it is. 390s is looking like it would have held at the moment as well. Yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing the market decently, but trading with a little hesitation. A little hesitation and a little fear since I'm about to secure a payout. So another 45 points is just, oh. Yeah, look, 390 would have been where we got in. We would have taken, 17 points in drawdown pretty quickly, and then it would have paid. So really decent trade. Seeing the market well, just not trading it well. And that's just because of all the things I've stated. So I'm gonna call it here. Market's gonna probably just keep trickling down all day. Oh man, it feels bad. The FOMO, knowing that, just feels bad. But you know what? I'm okay with it. Got a payout. Cannot complain. A little $15,000 in the bank account. Could have been obviously a little bit more. Whatever. That's not how we can look at it. I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Appreciate you for being here. Hit like if you haven't yet. Subscribe. We'll be back next week to do it all over again with these accounts reset to about $15,000 in total in all of them. So, yeah, I appreciate you. Good luck today if you have not traded or if you still have some decisions. And I